Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Are you taking a look at Sky 4 over 696 in Oakland County? Drivers know construction in that area is a big headache right now.
What a mess, but buckle up. It's about to get even more challenging. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Starting at 9 p.m. tonight, both sides of I-696 will be shut down for the next 10 days. Priya Mann is live. Priya, it all has to do with a bridge in that area.
Yeah, that's right, Kim. We're talking about the Church Street Plaza Bridge. This is a massive undertaking. This area is usually a huge playground and lots of trees. And as you can see behind me, it is clearly a construction site. Now, drivers on 696 might know this area in Oak Park as a bridge where those large icicles form. It can be a danger for drivers. So MDOT is going to tackle the drainage system to make it safer for drivers. But in the meantime, for the next 10 days, whether you're heading eastbound or westbound, you better find a detour. How do you feel about it?
It sucks. It's a pain in the.
Drivers aren't mincing words ahead of a 10-day closure of both directions of I-696 in Oakland County.
It's absurd. Hopefully it's not like how 75 was when it was blocked for so long and then they had to go back and redo it because they said they didn't use the right asphalt.
Starting tonight at 9 p.m., the westbound lanes of 696 will be closed between I-75 and the Lodge. And this is why MDOT needs to demolish the Church Street Plaza Bridge. Crews will be tearing down 170 concrete beams and clearing up all of that debris. And if that giant pile of dirt is any indication, well, this is a massive project.
And it'll go for a full 10 days. So we can expect delays. Everybody's going to need to leave early. You're going to need to know a couple of different alternate routes to where you're going in the morning to work or coming home in the afternoon. You're going to need extra time and extra patience.
Providence Coney Island in Southfield is about a mile away from 696.
Sometimes you get lucky and they reroute them and you get some, and sometimes you don't.
The small business is bracing for a complete shutdown of the freeway.
A lot of people are hurting. You know, everything comes on that small business.
MDOT says westbound 696 traffic will be detoured via southbound I-75 to the Davison to the Lodge, back up to westbound 696. What are you going to do? How are you going to get around it?
Honestly, I know the city, so I'm fine. Luckily, I know my city, so I'm good.
So even if GPS hasn't caught up?
Yep, yeah, no, I don't need GPS. I'm good.
Yeah, you got to love her confidence there. Important to note as well, one local westbound lane will be open with access to Bermuda, Woodward, and Coolidge. And again, the closure of 696 in the westbound direction starts at 9 p.m. tonight. So you got about less than 3 hours to enjoy it. And then we got to buckle up for the next 10 days. Reporting live in Oak Park, I'm Priya Mann. I'll send it back to you.
Now to a disturbing story in Southfield. A 69-year-old man is charged in a criminal sexual conduct case involving 2 children he was babysitting. Body cam video shows the moment Lawrence Miles is placed under arrest here. Police say the victims are family members, a boy and a girl, both younger than 10 years old. The investigation began May 5th after the young boy told his parents that his sister was touched inappropriately by Miles.
What's interesting is that this pedophile does not have a criminal history. Very disturbing information, taking advantage of a family member, 2 young minor children, but we're going to hold him accountable.
Police say Miles was also an educator in multiple states, so they're worried there could be other victims.
A 53-year-old East Point woman is accused of hitting a 6-year-old child with a shoe. Kimberly Horan worked as a paraprofessional at Forest Park Elementary School in East Point. That's where police say a parent alerted them to an incident in the classroom. Police say Horan took off a child's shoe and hit him on the head with it. Horan's now facing a misdemeanor charge of assault and battery.
Well, we're heading into Mother's Day weekend on a really sunny note, but the question is, will all this sunshine still stick around?
Yeah, fingers crossed for that. Former meteorologist Brett Collar is in for Kim Adams tonight, and you've got some good news for us, and we'll take it, Brett.
The weekend looks pretty good. Their only minor hiccup is maybe 1 or 2 of these very spotty showers, but don't let that cancel any of your plans. And outside right now, it's looking pretty nice as well. Clear skies, and temps aren't half bad, even though they're still a notch below where they should be this time of the year. And we'll take it. Low to mid 60s. Winds are okay as well. But the weekend, again, we are keeping a close eye on this boundary to our north and west. That is producing showers in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and northern Michigan up in the UP. But you'll notice here, there's just not a lot going on with this front, with this boundary. So by the time it moves in here, there's not going to be a whole lot to work with, but it still can't be ruled out. As for this evening, it's going to cool off rather quickly. We'll be in the 50s after the sun goes down, so grab the jackets if you have any plans to be out this evening. But again, it's that chance for 1 or 2 straight showers on Saturday, but I think most of us will stay dry. Temps are on the rise next week, as are rain chances. We've got more to talk about coming up in just a bit.
Tonight, the new leader of the Catholic Church is wrapping up his first full day in his holy position.
In lui, Dio, per rendersi vicino e accessibile agli uomini.
Pope Leo XIV celebrated his first Mass as pontiff today. The first 2 Bible readings were spoken in English and Spanish, a reflection of his personal history. Chicago-born Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost is the first American to lead the Catholic Church. In his first homily, he urged cardinals to make themselves small, echoing the humble approach of predecessor Pope Francis. He also prayed for peace.
Turning now to President Trump's global tariff strategy. High-stakes talks between the U.S. and China are happening this weekend, and the president now says he's open to scaling back that 145% tariff on Chinese imports if the negotiations go well. Top U.S. officials are set to meet with a high-level Chinese delegation in Switzerland. This marks the first major talks between the nations since President Trump announced tariffs on key U.S. trading partners. And this all comes as the president outlined a new trade deal with the UK. The agreement will roll back U.S. tariffs on British cars, steel, and aluminum. And in exchange, the Brits have agreed to open up access and lower tariffs for American companies selling beef, poultry, ethanol, and other products. However, a 10% U.S. tariff on British imports does remain in place.
Sweepstakes scammers are out in full force. A Detroit couple thought they had struck it rich, but then called Help Me Hank to investigate their supposed lottery winnings, only to learn that it was all a hoax. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is on the west side tonight with what happened and how to avoid getting scammed.
This is the letter right here sent to the Eubanks home. This was all the information inside, right?
That's correct.
Made it appear that it was from Publishers Clearinghouse.
Right. Up top it says publisher.
It certainly does. And boy, they thought they had won it big. But as you're going to see, this is a big scam, and unfortunately, some people have fallen for it. This is a copy of the letter sent to the Eubanks family in Detroit. It appears to be from Publishers Clearinghouse. And it appears that this family has struck it rich. You get this letter, it says you won $750,000.
Yeah,
That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, right.
For a second.
Yeah. Well, I went and I told her, oh, God, we can get done what we want to do, you know. And I says, well, wait, something's wrong. This
Something
don't look
doesn't
right.
add up. But in order for them to win the big prize, $750,000, they must first deposit this check to cover the taxes at their bank. It is a huge scam.
There's something wrong here. So she got on the phone. She called Publisher Clearinghouse. We were on there about an hour with them. They finally come back and said, well, Mrs. Eubanks, we hate to tell you, but that's a fraud claim.
Once the Eubanks family got in touch with the real Publishers Clearinghouse, they learned that not only are they being targeted, but so are thousands of other people right now.
They said that this is a scam, and we're not the first ones that they've got this with.
These lottery scams are nothing new, and they are booming right now. One victim I will never forget, Kathleen in Troy, who last year lost more than $600,000 in a Publishers Clearinghouse scam.
What has this done to you?
It's devastated me. Are you kidding me?
So if you get a letter like this one saying you've won it big, be skeptical. And also remember, you never have to spend money or deposit a check in order to claim a big prize. It's also really important if you get one of these checks in the mail and you're told deposit it, no problems at all, take a moment and really look at this thing. In the upper corner here, you'll see that the check is actually from a real estate company based in Homestead, Florida. No affiliation whatsoever to Publishers Clearinghouse. You got to take the time to make sure you are not being scammed. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Local 4.
So frustrating that stuff's still going around.